We are going to wire the house with Ethernet. Now, why do you go through all of this trouble? Why do you do it? Why do you run Ethernet cable through the house in 2018 when you have Wi-Fi and airport and whatever else you have connecting, your laptop and your cell phone to your home network? Why do this? Despite what all of the architecture and all of the packaging and even a lot of the technical documentation for these Wi-Fi routers and Wi-Fi hardware in general says, you will never achieve the speeds that it is rated for in max. First of all, these are layer 2 speeds that are being talked about, and not application layer. So that has to be stated outright. But the main reason is it's radio. It's noisy. There has to be some way to carve up the spectrum so many people can talk. It's in the ISM band where microwave lives, so cooking your food drops your bandwidth. Depending on your home Wi-Fi setup, up to a third to a half of your packets will be lost and have to be retransmitted. So the only metric on which Wi-Fi is better than Ethernet, as far as I can tell, is convenience. And that's it. You can't send power over it. It's not secure because everybody can hear you. And we've seen last year a number of Wi-Fi breaches in the security space. It's slower because of the retransmit and having to wait for router negotiation to tell you it's clear to send. That's so. It's more complicated. Layer 2 stacks for Wi-Fi are enormously complicated. And trying to diagnose them is not even worth it when you're trying to get high throughput through your network. You want to have many people talking, so Ethernet's really the only way to go. With all that out of the way, what kind of Ethernet cable? What's in front of you now is two colors of the same basic stuff, and here's some that I ripped apart so that you can see what's in it. So there we go. So this is shielded twisted pair with a plenum little septum there in the center. This is a drain wire. This is the foil that surrounds the rest of this assembly. This is feels like cellophane. It's some light plastic. Your 4 twisted pairs, and this little RF. Its function is radio in nature. It has to do with limiting crosstalk inside of the or between pairs. So the drain wire's job is to be the current carrying single continuous metal line that runs through the entire cable, and the job of the foil is to simply surround it and provide more or less integrity for the shielding. It might get poked or breached or torn or wrinkled, and that's one of the reasons you have that drain wire is because you're guaranteed with this wire to have a continuous line all the way back to your grounding point. So this wouldn't be much use if not for the fact that I was also using shielded jacks. So this is a Cat 6 jack that's shielded, and the idea is that little spade, and the jack styles vary. Let me get this out of the foreground here. There we go. The jack styles vary, but the idea is that this gets shoved into that foil. I'm not going to sit here and wire this up because this is a devilish little puzzle, each one of these. But after you do your wiring, and you put on the retainer clip, unlike most Cat 5 or most unshielded stuff, there's this little metal hood that slides over the top and forms the continuous shielding. So the downside to this is that this cable is, because of all this stuff going on inside of it, is much thicker than your straight up unshielded twisted pair Cat 5e stuff. And it's also a lot more expensive. But this is the price we pay for electromagnetic integrity and privacy. So